Hi, I'm Raven from Disney Channel's That's So Raven, and this, obviously, is a recording studio. I don't know if you know this, but this movie has a great soundtrack with some really cool songs. I'll tell you more about that later, but first, I want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement, so you can see just how much fun it was to work on. Watch.
Dear Diary, so much has been going on. I've finished college. Now I'm headed off on a whole new adventure. I had my reservations about doing the sequel, so I sat down with Gary the first day of filming and before we began, and I was crying and I was saying, I don't know her, I don't know who this girl is anymore, I'm so nervous. What if people don't like it? And he just sat me down, he's like, honey, you're gonna be great. You know, who knows if they don't like it? I don't care, I love you. And we're just gonna have a great time. Hi DVD watchers.
DVD.
Hello. Welcome to the wedding.
The wedding.
Wedding.
Which we're now going to go through. Good.
Yes, Gary just told me that only the director gets to see the bride before the ceremony.
Yes, director and the DVD people.
Exactly. Aren't you lucky? And I hate saying this because it sounds so cheesy, but I kind of blossomed under his wing in this film. The point is that I'm onto you. Oh boy, am I onto what you are trying to do. Mia is a lot more confident, which is nice. She's still a complete klutz, which actually, it's really not Mia's fault, it's more me. Gary just sort of likes to film me when I fall down and then put it in the film for millions of people to watch.
Go!
Okay, sorry.
Oh, dear!
In movies, you have to have the close-up. And Anne Hathaway takes the close-up in here better than most actresses in the world. You don't see one of the most beautiful girls in the world doing this a lot, but Anne Hathaway can do it, and that makes a movie star.
Beautiful.
Julie and Queen Clarice are nothing alike.
A little higher, Olivia.
Julie is a lady, and I mean, and I don't mean, you know, that she's royalty, even though she is, but she's just fantastic.
Julie Andrews is someone clearly for whom the word star was invented. Not only by virtue of the work she's done, but the person she is. In fact, if we ever got a queen, I think she should be it.
A queen is never late. Everyone else is simply early.
You don't say, ooh, Julie Andrews, she'll play a homeless woman. Or, ooh, Julie Andrews, she'll be the coach of a soccer team.
Do I want to know?
I don't think so.
It's a very interesting pairing when you see them together. And Julie enjoys her a great deal. I remember during Princess Diaries, the first one, she'd have Annie sit next to her. Watch this, my dear, hold her hand, and then watch the retakes. And then she'd point out camera angles and took the time. So that's Miss Andrews.
May I?
Is she really going to do this?
Everybody has this image of me as being very prim and proper, and it's not surprising in a way. But the wonderful thing about this movie is that I get to kick up my heels a little bit.
And we touch, good. Princess Diaries 2 was supposed to take place in Czechoslovakia, where we were going to shoot it in the Prague area, and we had it all set up. But then I took one look at the world, and I said, I think Genovia is now in Burbank. So we built Genovia, and it's very beautiful. Albert Brenner, the production designer who did Pretty Woman with me, came out of retirement to do this film.
It's a mythical country, and it's supposed to be lovely and friendly and all of those things, and on a grand scale.
They'd built a castle in the ranch, and I just could not believe it. And then as soon as you walk onto the set, you feel like you're absolutely there.
We basically created our own world. It's sort of a little magical world, and it's ever so slightly fairy tale-ish. We utilized the Disney Ranch, creating a variety of sets there, and we filmed in Pasadena and found this incredible estate with the wonderful grounds, which was the back of the palace. And voila, we have Genovia.
Jamie, can we go over that bridge one more time?
Sure.
Okay, good. That gives me time to show you just how much fun the whole cast had while making this movie. Take a look.
Hello, everybody.
Stand by.
Take one, be camera, Mark.
Action.
I decide how I live. I decide who I love. I'm the one who's running my life. I decide.
My job couldn't be easier. I go in and I flirt with a beautiful girl. We laugh, we joke. It's a ridiculous way to make a living. And I've learned how to flirt, finally. I've never been really good at it. Finally, Annie's kind of been showing me some techniques that have seemed to work out quite well. I'm very happy with it.
I loathe you. Oh, I mean, without a doubt, my favorite scene with Chris would have to be the fountain scene. Which is great, because not only did we get to hit each other with various pieces of paper and fans, but then we got to fall into a fountain. And we looked at each other beforehand and we're like, don't crack up, don't crack up.
Good. Got it, we got it.
That was way fun, man.
Let's do it again.
Awesome.
Gary, he's very zany, and it just brings out the best comedy in you because the director is so crazy as well.
He just comes over and goes, how are you? I go, oh, I'm fine, Gary. He goes, all right. You happy? You have a boyfriend? And I say, no, Gary, I don't have a boyfriend. He goes, oh, what do they know? He goes, but you'll find someone and he'll be nice and he'll be smart but you know what? It doesn't matter right now because we're making a movie.
We were doing the ballroom scene and I forgot to bow and he's like, you gotta bow, you're not in a mall.
I love coming in when he calls you, come on, when I got another thankless part for you, and then you'll come on and it's gonna be funny. You'll be the guy and action.
I think he tickles himself. So when Gary talks, he knows exactly how it's all going because things go and I'm in the way and sometimes I'm not.
Working with Gary Marshall is just a joy. In the back of Gary's mind, there is this big desire to make sure that everybody in the world is feeling good and feeling happy. And I think it reflects that in his movies, and it's certainly true on the set.
It's impossible to have a bad time around Gary Marshall. He is hilarious, he's sweet, he's kind, he's adorable, and best of all, he gave me the opportunity to experience one of the biggest thrills of my career. I got to sing with Julie Andrews. Me! I mean, I can't even tell you how great it was. You just have to see it for yourself.
Is that all right with you, Gary?
Gary had the idea that it might be possible to put a song in the film. And I said, oh, Gary, I'm not singing these days. And he said, well, no, I mean, kind of really easy. And I said, well, if you could create a song that had about 5 low notes in it, and I sort of spoke it, let's maybe consider it.
Some girls are fair, some are jolly and fit.
I mean, it was very moving because, you know, most of the crew and everything hadn't heard Julie sing in a long time.
A work of art with its own rare design.
She started to sing, and, you know, guys with tattoos got a little teary there because to see Julie Andrews singing again was quite a something.
It'll always be your crowning glory, the most glorious part of you.
Well, I might have tweaked it a little bit on my computer.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do this sort of thing.
Well, Asana, now. Grandma, just follow Asana and sing.
Some boys can walk,
Some guys can groove,
strike an elegant pose.
with really applause.
Some seem
Having Raven as one of our princes just seemed really natural to invite her up and do this back and forth with Julie. When I called Raven and told her that we wanted her to do this, she cried because she realized the importance of, you know, this working with Julie and singing with Julie, and it was really, really special.
the most glorious part of you and you and you and you.
Should we lay one down?
Let's hit it.
Here we go.
This is my time. Oh, at times I felt like I had lost myself. 'Cause people try to make you someone else. I had to learn to trust my heart so things can change. I came to a point where I can speak my mind and I feel I'm living in a box to keep the girl I am concealed. And oh, I finally found the strength so I can leave that all behind. This is my time to shine. This is my place to find all that I have inside. I never knew. This is my time to show what I must have always known, that nothing's impossible and dreams come true. And dreams come true.
That was perfect. I think we got it.
All right. As great as a passion as I have for acting, I love singing just as much. And getting to co-write This Is My Time for the movie was so much fun. It's a song about a girl who is tired of people trying to hold her down, and she realizes this is her time to shine, her time to stand up and be noticed. And really, all of the songs on the soundtrack celebrate the possibilities in all of us. And there are some really talented people on the CD, from Lindsay Lohan to Jesse McCartney to Kelly Clarkson. Take a look.
Avril Lavigne wrote this song, and the one thing I loved about it right away is that it fit perfectly like my life. Like, you know, you're from a small town and you're wondering if there's something out there that's better. You kind of feel like breaking away and kind of finding your niche in life. And with Anne Hathaway's character, it's the same way. She's very like me. She's very clumsy. Like, she's like supposed to be all prim and proper, you know, like I am. In my job, you're supposed to be cool all the time. But you're really not all the time. So everybody has their battles to kind of overcome. So it's just kind of finding out what kind of fits you.
But now I know what I didn't know, because you live and breathe, because you made me believe in myself when nobody else can help.
I know what it feels like to be in love. Every 17-year-old guy, for the most part, it does, hopefully. I know what it feels like to be heartbroken, and for that song in particular, Because You Live, the song really hit me when I listened to the lyrics. It's a very powerful, uplifting, moving song, and the fact that the song's on the soundtrack, I'm really excited about it.
Let's see. We've got a beautiful princess in a beautiful castle with her beautiful girlfriends and a killer wardrobe. And not one, but two gorgeous guys. What more do you need?
I have my own mall.
Everybody works so hard to make it a good experience.
Oh, it's this outpouring of pure love. It was completely, totally lovely.
Are you sassing your grandma?
It's rare to find a movie that manages to kind of sneak in through all the humor, all the good values that should apply.
Courage is not the absence of fear.
Rather the judgment that something else is more important.
Just being the pretty girl and having the pretty dress is never enough. Not even close to it.
Don't make the same mistakes I did. Make your own mistakes. There'll be plenty of them, believe me.
A lot of my films have a commitment to showing a woman in a good light that she can overcome adversity and win out.
I stand here ready to take my place as your queen, without a husband.
Hi, I'm Anna Curtis. I was Annie Hathaway's stand-in in Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. Stand-ins are often misunderstood to be doubles for the actors, but actually they never appear on camera. Stand-ins are people who stand in for the actor before filming while the lighting is setting up. While this is going on, the star is usually off practicing his lines, in makeup or hair, or trying on diamonds. You get the point. But today is my day to be the movie star. And what better place to be a movie star than Beverly Hills? We're at the Lush Salon with master stylist Michelle Canan.
Hello, Anna. It's so good to see you.
I'm so excited. Is the wardrobe here?
Yes, of
The
course.
red dress.
Come in, everybody waiting for you.
When Disney called me and asked me to come in and have a makeover done, I was definitely ready to go through the metamorphosis, especially in those gowns. Gorgeous. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Guys, Gary Jones, Oscar-nominated costume designer, and Robin, his costumer. Gary, the mastermind behind these fabulous ball gowns. They are breathtaking, and I'm really excited because I'm gonna get to wear a few of them right after they fix my hair.
Anne Hathaway's hairstyle for the coronation dress took hours to do, but Rebecca, one of the best hairdressers in the salon, is going to give me a simpler version for my PD2 makeover. First, Rebecca uses hairspray so my hairstyle will last longer. Then she spends about 40 minutes working with a hot curling iron. And about 30 curls later, one last curl. She carefully loops and pins each curl back to give me a real princess look. And for a finishing touch, Rebecca adds jeweled barrettes and pearl pins. So this is what it takes to become a princess. Beauty's paid, honey.
Wow.
Ah, I'm exhausted. Good job, Rebecca. From the time I was about 10 or 11, I would make off with the camcorder, the family video recorder, and just recruit the neighborhood kids in little skits that I would direct and write and star in. And yeah, I'd edit it and, you know, as best I could at 11 and 12 and 13 and present it at the little parties that we'd all have in junior high. And those tapes are out there somewhere. Well, now that my hair's all in place and looking beautiful, Ron Ann here is going to help with my makeup.
I actually have my own line of makeup. It's called UVU Beverly Hills. Nice. And it's fabulous. It's hypoallergenic. And I'm going to be using every product on you today, awesome. So you can tell me how you like it. Now, we're going to start with foundation. And I use a stick foundation. There's many types out there. But to create your look today that we're looking for, I'm gonna use a little bit...
The princess look.
Yeah, the princess look, which is very, very glamorous. Always brush down because the hairs on your face lay down. And if you go up, the hairs will be sticking up on the face. You wanna make sure you blend that all the way down into the neck. And you can even go into the ear if you want to. Now we can go to color, which is fun. All right, we're gonna start with a light shade. Now the first shade goes on to the lid. Okay, so the next thing is, this is called Acorn Matte. So we're gonna go right into the crease. Now, how do you determine your crease? Yours is right above the eyeball, and this is where the crease starts. I always start on the outside and bring it in. Windshield wiper motions. Going back and forth. Now we're starting to create dimension on your eye. From here, we're doing liner. I'm gonna go from the middle of the eye, and I'm gonna brush this cake liner out to the corner, so it's gonna give you a little bit more of a cat eye look. And this is what she had in the movie. The liner makes it all. And again, practice makes perfect. You're not gonna get it on the first time, I know, and you'll get frustrated. Now, mascara. We're gonna start on the outside, and we're gonna pull up those lashes. Okay, you're starting to look like a princess. Now, blush. Blush goes on the apples. I do circular motions right on the apple. The apple here for you is right on your bone. Now lips. Lips for this look, I think, is gonna be kind of in between a brown and a burgundy color for this. We're gonna use a lip liner, and lip liner is important for the reason that it helps to seal in the lipstick. When you choose a color for your lipstick and lip liner, make sure the lip liner is not too dark. It's not darker than the lipstick. You wanna make sure that it's almost the exact same color. So I blend that in a little bit, and I've already chosen my color for you in my palette. We're gonna apply that with a brush. Now, this is where a lot of people make a mistake too. They use the stick of the lipstick, and you don't get all of the lines. Plus, you don't get it blended into the lip liner. So the first application, I always use a lip brush. And then the final touch on this, I'm gonna put a little bit of gloss on the lips too, just to give you a little bit more shine. Now, we're finished. You're my princess.
This is my favorite.
Isn't it the best?
Yes.
Can't breathe, gonna faint very soon.
The first time that Annie came on to the set in the coronation gown, people just stopped and stared. The dress was gorgeous. It just glittered every time she walked, and it was just spectacular, really.
Wow. How do you feel?
Oh, a princess.
Great. I have something for you to make the vision complete.
I don't know if anything could even top this dress.
Well, let's just see. Check it out. Now, this is not the necklace that we used in the movie. It's another one from Chopard. And these are the real earrings from the movie. So we thought you might like to try these on.
Really?
Yeah.
There's only one word for Chopard. That's wow. I'm wearing a house.
Chopard, Chopard, Chopard. We love the jewelry in this one. It was big and bling bling and fabulous.
Oh, it's ice.
It's heavy.
Ice, baby. Now, we need to complete your ensemble.
The cape?
It's your coronation cape, which as you see,
this is beautiful.
Now, just so you know, this is a hand-beaded, hand-embroidered Indian silk and an ivory Duchess satin gown that we designed after having done a lot of research and after having taken some inspiration from Queen Elizabeth's own coronation gown.
So it is of royal lineage.
Yes, in 1952.
It's a heavy dress. How would one maneuver oneself?
You can walk straight ahead and not worry about the front of your dress. A princess walks forward and never looks back.
Never looks back. It was great. Every day, really just, we got the sides, which is, part of the script for the day that they were gonna shoot, and I just paid attention to how would I do this scene. When Annie came on the set in the red dress, I thought, oh, I wanna be that girl. I wanna be the one wearing that.
People were in love with this dress. There was kind of a gauzy material that was on the skirt of the red dress, and they found that when you attached kind of rhinestones to the top of it, you could see the backs, and they said, oh, no, we can't have that. So not only did they individually hand place all the rhinestones on this gauzy material, they turned the material over and put rhinestones on the back so that all you would see was glittering gorgeousness. And I thought, oh my God, I am so lucky. This is great craftsmanship.
And here's your crown.
Oh, wow.
This is the crown from the first Princess Diaries. It has been recreated for the second Princess Diaries, and now you can wear it.
Now that's regal. It's a big responsibility to wear a tiara like this, so it's back to Rebecca and Ronan for touch-ups. Rebecca is making sure my hair isn't overwhelmed by the tiara and vice versa.
Makeup!
Ronan is going a little bolder with my lipstick so that it matches the fabulous red dress.
And now, my dear, you're ready to put on that gown.
This is it. I'm so excited. I've been waiting all day. No, I've been waiting my whole life to put on a dress like this. Putting on the red dress today, I was glad it fit. And that was my favorite dress. I walked a little taller, a little bit straighter. It was just phenomenal. I just can't resist trying on the wedding dress. But just like Princess Mia, I'm waiting for Prince Charming. Happens all the time.
Hey, camera, this is the 100th roll. And the 99th script. Popping.
No time for that. This is Annie Hathaway.
Hi.
And she's ready to shoot, no matter what.
Do you believe in me?
Yes, because you're a trooper.
Then I'll shoot.
Shoot.
Thank you, Ellen. You're the best. We couldn't live without her. We couldn't do any of this.
Just 4 more steps. No, it's 5. I'm so sorry.
Camera, Mark, because they wouldn't let me do it.
Oh, well, aren't you crafty?
Mrs. Cat wants to look in the ballroom.
Oh, you know what? Do you want to...
Was this... Emily?
Harriet, when are we gonna shoot? Also, I need some tuna. I'm hungry.
Fake flowers for your palace, Your Majesty.
Well, that's wonderful. Fake?
Yes.
Do you not approve, Grandma?
No, I don't.
No, I love you. And I will not take no for an answer. Nicholas looks like a horse.
Oh! Andrew,
Come with
my
me.
God.
Now.
Apple 49 Baker? Is that what I say?
Yeah.
Take 1.
What did you do?
Well, I might have tweaked it a little bit on my computer.
I don't know how to do this sort of thing.
Oh, well, Raven, now. Oh.
And apparently it is the only time we could something the schedule of the something south. Sorry.
I like it better than the dress, probably.
Action. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, I'm just trying to get awake here. Okay.
Now,
go and put your...
Sam's first slate. Here it goes, ready? And marker.
Action! This scene is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It was beautifully shot, and the dog, Maurice, really liked Julie Andrews. And watch what he does. This he did. We didn't train him to do this. He just did this when he petted her. And then the rest of the scene is about the tunnel. There's a tunnel in the movie, and we thought we had to explain it to the audience. The audience didn't care. They just said it's a castle. There's a tunnel. We didn't have to explain it. So it let us move along and keep the pace of the film. There's a lot of things you think you need, but then you don't. So it's good to cut them out.
You wanted to see me, Grandma?
Oh, Mia. I'm afraid I've received some very disturbing news.
I know.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I found the secret tunnel, so I know everything.
Ah, the tunnel. Yes. It's been there for ages. Royals always wanted to know what
Grandma, with
Parliament
all
was
due respect, I don't really want to talk about the secret tunnel right now.
I understand. It is very frustrating.
As everyone knows, particularly those who saw Princess Diaries 1, the country of Genovia is known for its pears. They grow special pears there, and it's a national fruit. So we had a scene about a pear tree where poor Princess Mia once again is a bit clumsy. It was a cute scene, but we had so many clumsy scenes with Princess Mia, we figured, well, we don't need this one. But it's still kind of a funny scene, and the villain is there, John Rhys-Davies, and Jordan Osher plays the little guy who does the falling and tripping in what we call the pear tree disaster.
This is the oldest pear tree in Genovia, and all the trees in Genovia are descended from it. Its name is La Naissance, meaning the birth. We honor it by ceremonially picking the first ripe fruit of the season.
Princess Mia is wearing a traditional national costume featuring our famous Genovian lace. Our princess will now pluck the first ceremonial pear from the pear tree.
Nice day for it, don't you think?
I think I see a partridge.
Oh dear, the princess is in trouble.
Hi, me again. This is a scene that was really put in because we wanted to make sure you understood that Queen Clarice was stepping down, but she couldn't just leave because Princess Mia needed her help. And here's a scene that is typical of what Princess Mia was going through, and Queen Clarice sees her from the tunnel with Charlotte, and we know that really Queen Clarice should stay around longer and help Princess Mia because she's no match for some of these people in Parliament.
Unlike other European hotels, our Paris hotel has no ghosts, no beheadings, no gory murders, no royal scandals, and thus the tourists won't tour it.
Why can't our royals be like the English?
I was going to recommend that the hotel be demolished when the Baron and Baroness von Trocken approached me with a plan that might save it. May they address the Parliament.
Mesdames et Messieurs, Baron von Trocken. Thank you. As you know, my wife and I own and operate a successful chain of luxury hotels across Europe.
And don't forget about my successful beauty spa.
which for some reason everyone predicted would fail. But beauty is my game.
She's losing. Yes. I was suggesting that the government give us a long-term lease, and we will turn the Pirates Hotel into a luxury hotel spa.
Yes, Princess, did you have a question?
Oh, no. And I don't want to be disrespectful to the Von Trokens, but... Right. It's just,
What is it you are trying to say?
with all due respect to the Von Trokens, Genovia already has so many luxury hotels already. What if we use the Pirates Hotel for something more, practical and useful?
Such as?
Well, what about a center for orphans and foster children and, well, really any children that have no place else to go?
What a wonderful idea.
Well, thank you.
Oh. Your Royal Highness, do show us your plans. The detailed artwork, the designs, the visual aids. What did the environmental impact survey show? I know that you have the answer to all these questions because you would never waste the time of this august body with an ill-conceived, spur-of-the-moment idea.
It's, gentlemen, I'm tremendously sorry, but I've been very busy lately, so I'm not completely prepared, but I can assure you...
Oh, no, please. There's no need for you to apologize. We do realize that you have far more important thoughts on your mind at this very moment. I mean, there is the royal wedding to be prepared, and flowers have to be ordered. Oh, and then there are your royal duties, are there not?
Oh, Charlotte. I mean, she's no match against him. How can she compete?
Is she too young?
No, she's not too young. She just needs more time.
Sitting for those interminable royal portraits.
I mean, how can I walk away? How can I leave her, Charlotte? I can't. Close it. I can't watch it anymore. I just can't.
Oh, yes. All those princessy things that you do so well.
Would you like to respond, Princess?
No. No. Not at this time. But I will.
Oh, we shall wait in anticipation, Your Royal Highness.
Very well. If you would like to continue, Baron Von Trocken.
Thank you. I'd like to add that every one of our rooms is fully equipped with a twin jacuzzi, a 24-hour massage, and lastly, the price. Remember our motto, you won't get soaking when you stay at a Von Trocken.
When you do a love story as part of your film, you have to have a lot of little love scenes and see the two lovers together. This was one of the scenes we did in the film where Nicholas was cooking in the kitchen of the castle. Now, we had a couple of scenes with Nicholas in an apron, which looked a little odd. Why is that guy always in an apron? So in the film, we say at one point he went to cooking school. So you'll know why this man is running around in an apron for the entire film. But anyway, this was a scene to show how well he did cook, and it was also a little flirtatious with Princess Mia. It was also one of Princess Mia's favorite scenes because Anne Hathaway loves Audrey Hepburn. That's her favorite movie star. So she got to do a little Audrey Hepburn in this film. So we cut it out, but we're putting it on the DVD so you and Anne Hathaway could be happy.
I'm impressed. You're also an aspiring arsonist.
You know, ma'am,
brandy flames definitely light your beauty.
That's a strange line.
I'm trying to be different than the boys who've tried to get your attention.
Ah, well, tell me, Nicholas, what kind of boys were they?
Well, I'm sure you've had the wow golly G types.
Lord Princess, you are a very attractive young lady, and I would be so honored to hang out.
Or the ones you attract as a trophy, huh? Hey, Fredo, get over for a sec. Baby, put on your tiara for him. Look, have you seen Princess Mia? She's a real princess. Genovia, Europe? Huh? No? Or the Eurotrash, Francois Smarmy.
I think we'd be great together. My mom thinks so, and I think
I only date A-list people now. Fredo, get... Principessa, tell me. How much allowance do you get as a princess, huh? How much allowance would I get if we hooked up? But you see, I prefer simplicity. You are amazing. I've tried to fight it, I have, but you overwhelm me.
You are an excellent flirt. Ooh, you know, you almost had me.
I did, didn't I?
Yes, you almost made me forget what a rat you are. It should take you 4 seconds to walk to that door. I'll give you 2.
Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes, it's quite a film, isn't it?
You know, we all have our heroes, even me. And one of my heroes is a man named Scott Land. He's a wonderful puppeteer, and I try to use him in all my movies. And we needed a scene in Princess Diaries 2 where they were making fun of Princess Mia. And, you know, she's the American who comes to Genovia and all that. So we had this scene on TV on Elsie's show, you know, Elsie Kentworthy, the reporter. And we had this lovely puppet scene where we made fun of Princess Mia. Well, unfortunately, we had to cut it out. Scott Land's puppet was in the first Princess Diaries, and now in the second Princess Diaries, I had to cut it out. I'm going to keep doing it till I get his puppets in the movie. But here's the scene we had in, which is very delightful. Puppets of Princess Mia and Queen Clarice as Princess Mia watches herself be made fun of, which happens to many royals, even in real life.
Are you ready to be queen, my lovely granddaughter? Get real, Grandmama, get real. Mia, that American slang is not
so clever.
And I'm very proper. I'm Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, proper.
To be royal is to be mocked, I suppose. I haven't worn blue eyeshadow since I was 14. Oh, well.
Sometimes in a film, you want to put scenes in that show character. We show how the people are feeling and what they're doing. In this one, we want to show that really Princess Mia was in a bad mood. She was kind of sad, and now she's going to this big event. Have you ever been sad just before a big party or something? This is what happened to her. So she's not feeling too well, and she has her sunglasses on. And we see that the Queen's trying to cheer her up. The other part of the character work in this scene was the maids keep fussing over her and driving Princess Mia crazy. Then we have what we call a callback, a reference to something you might have seen before in Princess Diaries. And Princess Diaries 1, we learned that the Queen never slides into a car. Somebody always goes, she doesn't slide. Well, in this case, we said, maybe we'll try something different. So that's all in this one little scene, just on the way to the parade, where Princess Mia was sad, and then you saw at the parade she was sad too. So the reason we cut it out, we didn't know if we really needed her sad in 2 scenes in a row. But you decide, because you're going to see it right now.
You'll remember to call Lord Marshal.
Yes, ma'am.
And they do know that I want to use the napkins with the royal crest for the wedding.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that Mustang doing here?
Lily's driving it in the parade.
Oh, you will, of course, remove your sunglasses.
Of course.
Yesterday was a disaster, but today is our great celebration. I think you're going to be thrilled.
I hope so.
Remember, you're a Rinaldi by birth.
Grandma, that is just genetics.
Oh, tush. Tush. No, there is one other thing. Watch the people at the parade. For them, you are Genovia. We're in a hurry. Today, I'll slide.
I'm fine. Thank you.
I think the most difficult thing about storytelling is how much of the story do you tell? How much information does the audience need? Now, we had this wonderful sliding scene in the film where we had this big ramp and a sliding pond right in the middle of the palace ballroom. And we wondered if the people watching the film would wonder, why is that there? So we had this whole explanation that Charlotte, the dutiful secretary, said a very long speech that most actors would not want to say. But since the girl playing Charlotte's my daughter, she had to say it to please her father.
So the children of King Rupert,
may he rest in peace.
they always had birthday parties during the rainy season. That's why their father built this ramp, so that they could have indoor parties out of the rain.
Why do you have to know this? So we understand why there's a big fat slide in the middle of the ballroom.
When a director's finally cutting the picture for the last time, everybody is giving him notes. And this is the note I got most of all during this picture, was that there's a moment where Queen Clarice kind of is cranky a little bit. And it's a beautiful scene, I think, a wonderful little moment between her and Charlotte where we see what their relationship is and we see how close an assistant and a queen can be. And it's really taken from life. A lot of famous royalty have their assistants. Many of them write books. But in this case, Charlotte's not writing a book. So we decided this was a nice moment, but did we need a moment where the queen was cranky? I thought it wouldn't be bad, but let's see what you think.
Your Majesty, may I have Princess Mia come join you now to go over the wedding music?
No, Princess Mia doesn't need to. Not now, Charlotte.
Did you wish dinner to be served in the dining room?
No, I just want 1 second for myself. Charlotte, I'm sorry. I'll get something from the kitchen later.
I understand, Your Majesty.